Welcome to Mile High Reefers. I'm Scott Anderson, and it's time for ReefStock 2019. So I'm here early. I got here Friday before the show, started doing some setup stuff. So I thought, why don't we go see what it takes to set up a booth? So let's go check out the fish crew and see kind of what they had to do to get their booth going. It's a little behind the scenes look.
Kelly and Kristen here from the fish crew. We're located in Fort Collins premier and really only fish store, but awesome. We're here at ReefStock 2019. Hooray.
This show is awesome. Yeah. So excited, and we're all setting up now. It's a pretty crazy show right now.
Yeah. As you can see, we decided to do freshwater and saltwater. So we're slinging both this year. I think we do every year. We've got a lot of live plants and our own little frag table. Lots of dry goods, various brands. We're slinging Kessel, Sea Chem. We also go around and set up tanks for other people.
Oh, you're going to hand that off to me. So we do display tanks for a lot of other booths. Here is a perfect example of a 28-gallon little kind of more. We've got lots of anemones in this guy with little clownfish, but since we just set it up, things are kind of still coming out, starting to be happy. So hopefully tomorrow when the show starts, this tank is going to look absolutely stunning. So this is just one example of all the many different things that we do for the show.
We've set up 8 tanks and only 2 of them are in our booth, if that tells you anything.
I'm going to say this. I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. We started at 7, bagging up fish and corals, loading everything up. Then we got to drive here, and then we got to set everything up, and that's hauling lots of water, saltwater, freshwater. Then we've got the substrate. Then we've got the decorations, and then we've got the livestock, like the plants and the corals. So,
and also a lot of coffee. Lots and lots of coffee was involved in the making.
Caffeine.
All the caffeine.
It's Saturday, it's time to open, and this place is packed. As soon as the doors opened, people flocked to the coral tables. There were some amazing gems to be had. Reef Koi was showing off some amazing blue squamosas. The guys from Biggs Lagoon were selling their first ReefStock, and they knocked it out of the park.
My favorite coral / anemone at ReefStock is this anemone, and it's currently unnamed. It's sunburst-ish, so under whiter light it has this really amazing orange, but you turn the blues up and it turns hot pink. I mean, so hot pink, my camera can't pick it up. It's $1,000, but maybe the coolest bubble tip I've ever seen. So I'm checking out the Reeflicious booth, and I came across what they're calling hot tamale anemones. I had to pick one of these up. These are sweet. I'm at zoanthus.com, and as we all know, torches are hotter than ever. I saw this one. My camera's really not doing it justice, but it's green and kind of purplish black with these gold striations running through it. They're calling it the Holy Moly, and holy moly, this thing's amazing.
It's time for the first speaker of the day, and that is Chris Kapp. Chris owns Aquatic Art, and what can I say about Chris other than he takes reef aquarium keeping to another level.
10 times turnover or 20 times turnover. Now with these newer pumps, although they're not new, we don't have to worry about the turnover as much as we did before. The reason we did that back then is that we didn't have enough flow in our aquarium. We had a max jet over in the corner, and that was pretty much it. So we had to do more through our main pump. And so now that we have the ice caps and the MPs and Tunzi, and there's a ton of other ones out there, then we can give flow. Now,
the next speaker was Shane Danger Coleman. This guy was incredibly knowledgeable about coral, and he lives and breathes this stuff to the point where he's collecting his own.
Soft corals. Color pigments, they form in the tissue. Or new polyps, they form all around the edges. So these are good things to look for. So things that you want to see after you've fragged. If you're not seeing these, then some alarm bells might ring and go, okay, what's going on?
The first day is about over, but it's a reef stock, so you never know who you're gonna run into. So while the first day is over, it's time for the Reef Builders party. And I hate to say it, but I'm very limited on pictures I'm allowed to share.
It's day 2 of ReefStock, and it's already been a crazy day. We started off the morning about 7 a.m. with the alarms going off at the hotel, so that was a lot of fun. Fire department came through, looked through everything, and as far as I can tell, there was no fire. So that was a fun way to start the morning. Everybody's out having fun last night and got woken up early to fire alarms. So that was fun. And then of course, last night we had a huge snowstorm, so we're a little slower today. Roads are a little messy, but man, we're still going. It's a lot of fun.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Josh. We opened up the Fish Reef this weekend, and we're here at ReefStock setting up. It's been crazy busy. We opened up our grand opening 2 days ago, so come out and see us.
Putting a booth on at ReefStock's a lot of work. Opening your store and putting a booth on at ReefStock is a crazy amount of work. These guys have the drive and ambition and the store to do amazing things. The first speaker of day 2 was the great Julian Sprung.
I think China and India tend to get the blame for, high population and destruction and pollution. But imagine this, satellite data shows that China and India have been planting trees.
Next up was my talk. And like a lot of you, I started coming to ReefStock as a hobbyist. So to be up here speaking was a great honor.
A little bit more about the channel in a minute. For a real job, I work for a company called Aquamedic Live, and I get to sell wholesale coral. This is the best job a guy like me could ever imagine. I get to import coral from the world's oceans, bring it in, and then sell it on to retailers. I get to see the coral as soon as it gets to the United States. I love it.
Hello everyone, I'm Rico from Rico's Aquariums, and this is my first time at ReefStock. And I must say, I'm actually impressed of the turnout, the venue itself, tons of people. And at first I didn't know what to expect because I go to so many shows. I must say that they did well. I got to meet Scott here as well. Scott Anderson, all kinds of people. Jake, we got to go hang out at the studio. I must say, the studio on camera does nothing. In person, it was, let me say, and Jake made a point to ask me quite a few times, Rico, what did you think about the studio? And quite honestly, it's really clean, sleek. He's done an excellent job with wire management, overall his systems as well. But when it comes to ReefStock 2019, I definitely will be back next year. From my understanding, don't quote me, I think it's going to be even bigger venue. So I can't wait. Hopefully I'm asked to come back. And yeah, if you guys have never been here, make sure you guys come check it out at least one time, and I guarantee you'll be definitely wanting to come back. So with that being said, hope to see you guys in the future at 2020 ReefStock.
ReefStock Day 2 is finishing up. This has been an incredible show. I had so much fun. It was an absolute blast. I just finished up my first talk I've ever done, and it was so much fun. Weather was a little bad today, but this show was still amazing, and it was a blast. So I'll see you guys on the next episode of Mile High Reefers, and I hope to see you guys next year at ReefStock.
Need more ReefStock? ReefStock Australia is just a few months away.